because he's 6'6", so he's got the size, but he almost plays like he's 6'8" or so.
So exactly 5 minutes gone by. Here comes Hogard down the paint, but beautiful setup underneath to Jaylen.
Sharonis, I guess a little bit of a grab there, not much. He's got to be careful too, though. He doesn't want to do too much on the defensive perimeter like that.
So Grant Huffman on the floor, back in the lineup after missing the last 3 games with that ankle injury. Young man who grew up just outside Cleveland. This is Carey, the spin boy, pretty with his feet.
It's the talented freshman Tyler Tanner sets up McLaughlin, and there is Jaylen. Jumpers, whether you're talking about Lawrence, Tremont Mark.
Right.
The other night I had him in an overtime win at Mississippi State for Texas. Oh, Carey. I think Auburn is the one team that I've seen all year that can beat you in more different ways than anybody else in the country.
Duke, one of the few teams in college basketball featuring freshmen. That's a lost art this day and age. That's just flat out bully ball by James. And I know living in Atlanta for the last 15 years, a lot of people have asked, why can't Georgia be good in basketball? There's so much talent in Atlanta alone as Carey gets a slam.
But has it cleared outside, Hogard does.
Nickel.
It's a great matchup. Brazil's got length, going to bother the shooter, Tyler Nickel.
Carey working on Ivasic, trying to turn on the big fella, and does so. Since then, here's Carey. Got his own miss, tapped it in, big bucket. Tanner off to Carey, strong to the basket, lost the handle on the way up, gets it back, and gets it through. That quiets the crowd for a moment. Here's Tanner back the other way. Hogard dumped it down to Carey. Carey spins, counter.
Huffman now with 5. He'll force up a shot. It's an air ball. Carey, though, cleans up the mess and lays it in.
Mentioned in the same sentence as Bernard King, you're doing something of quality.
You ain't lying. 8-point lead.
Vanderbilt with only 1 turnover here in this first half. One of the reasons why they have this 8-point lead.
A&M will go to the zone. Inside. And scoring. Good. Sets the high screen for Taylor. He'll pull from 3. No good. And here come the Commodores. Good look inside to Carey. He lays it in.
Love it.
Boys. Magnon, McLaughlin wide open for 3. Way too strong. Missed everything, but Carey is there to clean it up.
See him recognize that double team. Instead of just standing there, he moved over and created a passing lane, stepping into the three-point line.
Here's Carey. He's been quiet. That'll make goals into single digits. Tanner, Collins for 3. No good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jaylen Carey.
No doubt.
He's getting a little bit of the rust off of him. And Ruff Arena appreciates it.
23-17. With the pace to start here tonight, Jaylen Carey on cue.
As Mark Byington said, they're playing better, but everyone else is playing better too. So you've got to find a way to win some of these games.
I thought Edwards was shooting on the way up. This crew will say he was not. So no free throws. McLaughlin.
Good pass
to Carey. Argument with an official at any level of basketball, honestly. Doesn't happen.
Yeah, you got to try to butter them up a little bit.
Okay.
You know?
Well, you butter them up, but you can't argue after the fact because you're not going to win. Hogard bottled up outside to McLaughlin. 5 to shoot. And here's Huffman on Perry. Bounce pass into Carey. He'll get the bounce himself on the run. And Carey blocked by Williams. He'll get it back.
Change the goaltending call at the break.
Graham picks up his first. Carey gets the inbound and the layup.
Wins, but you see the challenges they've had with the 7 quad 1 losses because of the type of league that they're playing in.
Carey, beautiful spin.
Oh,
and
Their top 16 teams, and Tennessee, kind of like where everybody expected, 5th. Off the glass for Carey. Problems in their first meeting. Upman can't get it to go. Carey, another offensive rebound, and a putback is good.
That's a beautiful sight to see from him.
Carey with a tap in.
Come on. Basketball collapses the defense, kick out for threes. Tennessee's been much better in the second half than that.
Ball 7 of 19 from behind the arc. Vanderbilt 9 out of 22. Hogarth. Carey sets a screen.
Right there. See, a great job not allowing Hogarth to turn that corner, which he's been hurting the first half.
Carey working on Phillips. A couple of bumps, lays it up, count it. Score it. Well, he comes off a ball screen, reverse layup. That won't go, but Carey with a throwdown.
Hogarth. And the tip in, it was Carey.
They're matched up. They actually have a little more size.
Stolen by Carey. Broom will try to chase him down, and Carey lays it in. And now McLaughlin. The size advantage on Baker Mazzara for a moment. Carey, look what he found. Comes back to life, 73 years young. Hogarth, no. Carey, yes!
Throughout the year have been 2 of the best in the league in turnover margin, assist to turnover. They typically don't beat themselves. Carey carving out space inside, and the big man gets the friendly drop. He is far, late clock situation, under 5. A runner, no chance. There's Carey with an and one. Jaylen into the hands of the talented freshman Tyler Tanner. And there's a 3 off the mark by Edwards. Another offensive rebound and another
That have cost Texas.
That's minus 4.2 in the 6 losses in league play. They're getting crushed so far in this one. Another paint touch and more bully ball.
13th in the country according to KenPom. They had all kinds of issues against Arkansas, and that's continuing here in the early going against Vanderbilt.
Yeah, what was a strength all year has been a weakness. And speaking of strength, Jaylen. Each team now with 22 points in the paint. Carey bellied up, takes it right at Onyema. Pope, a drifting 3, and ripping down the rebound is Carey. Bodies falling, Carey takes it in the lane and gets an and one. Edwards feeling it. Edwards blows by. Left hand, no. Tap in, yes. Carey. And
Just ends really well as well, and is impactful on the defensive end.
Already 6 early points for Condon.
Jaylen Carey with a mismatch down low. They're asking for it in the paint.
Hogarth clearing them out. Here is Carey. The James Madison transfer. Right into the teeth of the defense on the smaller
defender.
He is an X factor in SEC games. More on that in a bit, but Mark Byington told us absolutely we need him scoring in double figures. And Carey again right on cue with a strong take to Edwards off the screen. Step back 3. Right place, right time. Carey putting half Vanderbilt by 1. Hogarth. Carey snatches the rebound. Right into the chest of Richard.
ATOs after timeouts of dialing up some action to get a clean look. And once again, the pinpointed pass, Elijah Martin to Condon.
Former high school quarterback, 4-star recruit on the gridiron. Carey responds with a
Pushing his man up the court, creating space between him and the basket for the lob over the top.
Carey at 3. Tied again at 46.
Wow. That Kentucky team, a lot of time to play in that one, but seems to be in control.
Here comes Tanner off the miss. Tied at 46 for the 11th time tonight. Tanner scoops. Carey to the rim with the left hand. And
the first 10 minutes.
Half, yeah, crazy how well they played.
At pace, how they want to do offensively, defensively, and it has totally changed.
Carey up and under.
Hogard is so.
And he was the one that helped deflect that ball out. And he's getting some action, and so is Fife. Chandler, who missed it. Noah trying to keep it alive. So we're seeing substitutions as he goes deep into his bench. Noah and Chandler, no Carr today because of a bad back. Oh, we'll take it off the window. Maybe want to take that layup, but Hogard, the Michigan State transfer, goes to the bench. Carey goes to the paint. Right hand, yes. So now Williams, he knew he had a chance. Here's a breakout for Carey. Robinson will let him go in and throw it.
Kentucky's going to have the size advantage at the rim. And that was Williams.
Carey, they need one badly, and the big fella
off the bench puts the Tide ahead.
Instant impact. Mo Diabate does all of the dirty work for this Alabama team, and once again, he checks right in and makes his presence known.
Gets those blue-collar points. Oh, nice drive. A.J. Ames, a sizable one for the Commodores. Look out. Here's Jaylen Carey. Carey would not be denied that time.
They didn't do much climbing. Caney blocked on the 3. Carey the rejection. Edwards the crossover. Couple of big man moves inside, and Carey gives.
Scorers find a way to get their points from the stripe. Lanier's got to do more of that.
Hogard to Carey. The spin move by the big man.
Tennessee and guards, you're going to have to close out on that tall shooter.
What a day in the SEC so far. Alabama on the road at Rupp. Found a way against Kentucky. Georgia and Auburn down in Athens came down for the final 0.3 seconds. And Auburn survived with a 2-point road win without Janai Brew. Got games going on right now, including here in Nashville. Vanderbilt's trying to spring another upset against a top 16 in Tennessee. Carey inside. 1-point advantage, and Tanner on the move. Carey the stick back. And has now been sliced in half. And the Tennessee faithful starting to make some noise. Hogard got caught in the air. Carey finds a way to put it in.
Watching one of his students out there trying to figure out why his team turns it over so much tonight.
Right. I know your coach is still around, Norm Stewart, the great Norm Stewart.
Still asking some of his former players why they weigh more than they should at whatever age they are.
That's awesome. Magnon all the way to the rim, hangs in the air, won't go. The follow is good from Jaylen Carey.
I'm going to try to just stay in front of this guy, and he's just bowling me over. Nice pass underneath.
Carey with the left.
Here's a guy that never turns it over, Tyler Tanner. 0 turnovers in over 300 minutes, the true freshman.
Mike, say that again.
I don't believe in jinxes. I believe in the freshman. Does Vandy believe in Carey? Knocks down the trip.
At UNC Wilmington, he's going to have a lot to break down here in terms of keeping the basketball in front of you, not letting him get into the paint.
Vanderbilt on the offensive side. There is Carey, so a nice way to get 2. Jones Jr. for 3.
And he has improved that jump shot. Fantastic defender, 6'5", brings toughness defense, and now he's added that jump shot. The Jimmy.
Carey collects, was underneath, didn't realize how close he was.
Bit difficult for him to get some clean looks. Boom, you have a guy like Melendez who pours in 15, very helpful. So he is a few off of his season high of 18. Jaylen Carey just smothered that time at the rim, and he nearly throws it away. So there is just another example. Shot clock. Yep, 1 second here.
Carey! That's 11 turnovers for the Tigers.
Carey off the bounce. Up and in. Oh, big man. He's got 8. Missed about 7 minutes of the first half. What appeared to be an injury. On the bump by Robert Miller.
Well, that's a mismatch right there.
Jaylen Carey.
Were you in Fargo?
I was in Fargo. We were in the dome, so it was nice and toasty.
Okay, so you were inside.
Carey off the steal. Count the bucket. Went in regardless.
Ball screen action with Carey. I thought that could have been called for a block.
No whistle. Here's Carey. Up and in, and a chance for 3.
He's find himself, number 4 in white, in the right place at the right time.
Nearly 70% shooter from inside the three-point arc this year. 5.5 minutes in. Competitive contest as expected. Vanderbilt back in front by 3. A ton of bad losses. And there's going to be teams like these two, Carolyn, that can build resumes and get in the field even if we thought in the preseason they had no legitimate chance. In fact, they both did.
I think it's important. You got to protect home. And then in your losses, it's got to be close. Blowouts, I think, the committee will take that into.
In that game, obviously a significant part of this offense, if not the absolute catalyst. We'll see what he can do here throughout the course of today. Has 3 points. Off the glass through contact. Points for Jason Edwards. Leads this team in scoring 19.2 points per game. And that's good for 2nd in the Southeastern Conference. How about Vanderbilt scoring 86 points per game? That is good for 21st in the NCAA as well. Collins. Off to Carey. Through contact to get a strong. First bank, right? At this university.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
Good drop.
Boy, what a performance for Carey. Carpenter versus Edwards. Thomas. Defensive rebound by Carey. In transition for Vandy. Carey attacks and scores. Boy, that helps.
Teams that are bigger and stronger.
Right.
Certainly that'll be a more lethal weapon, but so far in this game, they're getting crushed down low.
Who plays 21 minutes a game, 26 steals, as you mentioned, leads. Here's this hybrid zone again. So keep your eye on the 3 or 4 guys that are out on the perimeter, how they try to match up. So at times it looks like a 2-3. At other times it's a 1-3-1. Doesn't matter if you get feet in the paint.
Flip side of the coin, when you're small, the disadvantages on the glass and defensively are obvious, but offensively, you can cause a lot of problems. Drive, dish, another dime for Edwards.
He plays more than 25 minutes, and yet there are 9 guys who play 19 minutes.
In a game against the Florida Gators back in February of 24. The amount of instant chemistry, Mark, that you have to have when you take over a program as late as Coach Byington did, and then all of a sudden.
Tanner off to the left, offensive rebound, MJ Collins. Carey working on Uday, and he gets it to go. Big on big. No surprise, they push the pace, and it's rejected by McLaughlin. Now Edwards. And he put the goggles on for that one. Jaylen Carey.
Smart play really by Poteet to know that Carey has those 2 fouls. Went right at his chest. I love it. A little smash mouth hoops.
Poteet's a smart guy. He was recruited by the Ivies. He went to Rice for a couple of years. He knows what's going on out there. Back the other end, he gives up the 2 points. And there is still vibrancy around. It's just changed a little bit after those 2 missed free throws. Collins.
Nice slip.
Carey off the slip for 2 points. And so he is replaced by Patrick Wessler, the redshirt sophomore from Matthews, North Carolina, 7-footer inside.
Another slip by Carey. Would have worked, but a poor pass. But nonetheless, Carey creates his own.
Tanner for 3. Battle for the board goes to Carey.
Big time rebound, big time finish.
He does not play a ton. This is just his 5th game so far this season. No good on the 3 ball from Glasgow. But certainly the potential there for David Craig.
I'm sorry. Did you see Jason Edwards calling for the oop in that situation? Boy, AJ would have got benched the rest of the season. He threw that oop to Jason.
The confidence.
A top 10 defense at VCU. It was by far their best offensive performance.
They had not broken 60 until yesterday, and they put up 69 in the overtime win. Jenkins led the way with 22 points, all in the second half in overtime. Here's Jaylen Carey. Going against Prince Aligbe on the post. Carey going to work, and he delivers a bucket. And it's an early
pickup. You know, transfer from Davidson. He was not really highly recruited out of the portal. I think it was 2 schools, Mark Byington was telling us. But he's a starting point guard now, and he's so reliable.
Carey down the lane. Nice touch from the... Pirates came back from down to 8 yesterday to force overtime and win it against VCU. Do they have another comeback in them? Need to string together some stops. Good ball movement. Leads to an easy. Carey trying to get something going for Vanderbilt to no avail. Double team through contact. Count it. Plus 30 seconds.
Run has come as Steve Alford went to his bench.
Good feed. Carey, much as he's used to in this game. Got a piece of that. Edwards layup. Kick out. Carey and 3, and he parries it. Jaylen. That's the first basket for Nevada in more than 5 minutes of play. Collins can't connect from 3. Batted out to Edwards. He drives in. Great dish. Carey the slam.
He's a play. He never gets sped up. He's going to take care of the basketball. That's the kind of guard you need to balance out the fast plays.
Nice dish. There's the assist by...
He's not turning the ball over a ton. Like, he's not a liability on either side of the floor, but he's an asset on both sides of the floor.
Ain't that the truth? An asset on both sides and not a liability really anywhere. Nice feed by Edwards. No good for Reyna.
Well, they certainly have guys that are going to play hard and are going to play the way that Mo Williams wants them to play as Tyler gets in to the paint. Mignon doing the dirty work, creating new opportunities and saving opportunities in back-to-back possessions.
Third chance. It's good for Carey. Top physical.
Just got to make shots.
For me, the 2 biggest statistics, of course, that 3-point number, 7 for 13 for SEMO, 1 for 13 for Vanderbilt, and then the free throws, 15 for 22 for Vanderbilt, 5 for 7, the discrepancy there. And run away for Carey down low. No good on the 2-point jump shot by Bailey.
We talked about the defense being a priority for this team. They're able to get stops right now. Carey with the sweet spin move.
It's crazy.
Okay. Vanderbilt by 8, 13-5. Nice hook shot right there by Carey.
Tip at the basket.
Williams. No good. Offensive rebound for Vanderbilt. Boy, they've got 10 of those. Stick back, yes.
Under a guard who's putting the ball on the floor a lot.
Triple try is no good for Bailey. And Vandy's got the rebound. How about 12 points from McLaughlin, by the way? Leads Vanderbilt in scoring. Here's Carey. He's been good so far. That is true, and a foul. Martino gives it up. Off the glass, no good for the Hawks. Huffman runs the floor.
Very under control.
Carey. Oh, goodness. Oh, rim shaker.